Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are live from the entertainment capital of the world of Las Vegas to bring you the Arris 410 here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Second race of the first season of the NASCAR Nr2003 Discord Dash Series. Today we will be going 41 laps around this 1.5 mile track known for speed, and we're bound for a lot of great racing and action today. So let's take a look at a few stories at the race before we get going here. Last week's winner, there he is, Brady Wilmington. Last week's winner and current points leader, can he reflect on his dominance last weekend this week here at Las Vegas? We will find out. Our pole sitter for today, Wyatt Floor, started last week. Managed to creep up and get in a top 5. Is on the pole for today. So, gonna be exciting to see how this turns out. Who will become victorious here at the entertainment capital of the world, that is Las Vegas? Let's get the engines fired and let's find out. So the engines are fired, they're rolling off the pit road. So let's take a look at your starting lineup. In row number 1, we have Wyatt Floor and Taz Taylor. Row 2, we have Nathan Ordman and Anthony Hurd. Row 3, we have points leader and last week's winner Brady Wilmington alongside the 48 of Dakota Bennett. In row 4, we have the 43 of James Sneakett and the 56 of Nicholas Sykes. In row 5, we have the 94 of Caleb Rose and the 21 of Roberto Crown Jr. In row 6, we have the Steele brothers, Robbie Steele on the inside and Danny Steele. In row 7, we have the 22 of Mitchell Collins and the 25 of Christopher Stead. And rounding out the field, we have the 26 of Daniel Boyles. So as they come here off of turn 4, the pace car is going to pull off. We're going to be going 41 laps at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Who will come out on top? Here they come into the restart zone, and here we go. We're racing here on Las Vegas. Wyatt Floor is going to get a good jump on the start and is going to lead them into the first turn. Nathan Ordman is on his heels. They go down the back stretch. Brady Wilmington is going to find his way up into third. As leading the first lap of the day, it will be Wyatt Floor. James Sneakett is going to be looking under Brady Wilmington for the third position. He will take that spot, and now Caleb Rose and Robbie Steele are looking under Brady Wilmington. Wyatt Floor continues to lead in James Sneakett back there in third, trying to catch up to these two. Nathan Ordman right at Wyatt's back bumper, trying to find a way around him. James Sneakett closing to the back bumper of Nathan Ordman, looking to have a 3-car breakaway for the lead. And here comes Ordman. He's got to the inside of Wyatt Floor. Can he make it stick? Has a good run on the inside, but Wyatt Floor is going to get that run on the outside. And here comes Robbie Steele. And where did Mitchell Collins come from? He started towards the back of the field, and he's already up here in the top 5 and battling for the lead. But still, up in front, it is still Wyatt Floor trying to address him as the dominant car of the day early. Mitchell Collins is going to slip into third. James Sinika is going to go under him to try and take that spot away, and here's Dakota Bennett. Wyatt Floor and Nathan Orman still trying to pull away as they go down the back stretch. Taz Taylor has caught up to this field as Hanikit goes wide through 3 and 4. Taz Taylor and Dakota Bennett on the inside. Bennett drives it in really deep and slides up in front of James Hanikit. Nicole Sykes, and oh, Nicole Sykes gets the wall a little bit there. I don't know if he got into it too hard to damage the car really bad, but he at least got it doing enough to kill his momentum. As Nathan Orman is going to clear Wyatt Floor for the lead, but he's going to do the crossover. Nathan Orman's gonna have that run on the outside. He's gonna stay in front of him. New leader, Nathan Orman. Wyatt Floor still trying to stay the inside of him. Dakota Bennett in third, trying to up there as Wyatt Floor is gonna take the lead back away from Nathan Orman. And Dakota Bennett tried to get under Orman there, but wasn't able to. As Wyatt Floor is going to slide up a little bit there again. As Ordman is going to drive it in a little bit deep there, try to take the lead away. Wyatt Floor trying to use that run to the outside to try and stay in front. But now, Ordman driving it in deep. He's going to make the pass. But that is going to open the door for Dakota Bennett. He's going to drive it in, and he's going to make it stick and take the lead away. Looking back there in fifth, there's Roberto Crown Jr. Had that nasty flip at Daytona. In the top 5, side by side with Wyatt Floor. As, ooh, car in the wall near the back of the field. That was Christopher Stead. As Robbie Steele is going to go up to second. Meanwhile, Roberto Crown Jr. is battling Nathan Ordman for third. As they come off the corner. Whoa! 2 cars in the wall off of turn 4. Christopher Stead and Caleb Rose get together and into the wall. They both go. Minor damage on both cars. They will continue but be off the pace as Robbie Steele trying to get under Dakota Bennett. Oh, a lot of them drove it in deep in that corner. Steele gonna try to take that run to the inside. He's gonna do so, and he's going to take the lead away. That is a tough break for Christopher Stead and Caleb Rose. They're probably going to be wanting to hope for a caution to come out, so they can fix that damage and stay with the rest of the field. There comes Roberto Crown Jr. going for second. There's James Sneakit. Almost 3 wide. How about Anthony Hurd? He's been pretty quiet today. Trying to make his way through the field, looking to maybe make it into the top 5. As Roberto Crown Jr. is going to battle Dakota Bennett for second up here. And yes, Hurd is going to make his way into the top 5. Okay. On the back straightaway, Robbie Steele still in the lead. As Roberto Crown Jr. and Dakota Bennett are still fighting for second. That got pretty close there. Now there's a lot of tight racing here in Las Vegas, so really kind of want to be careful. As Robbie Steele is going to go to a big lead. He is trying to drive away from the rest of the field. As they're still side by side for second. Dakota Bennett trying to get around to the outside. As yes, there's Anthony Hurd right behind them. As whoa! Sideways into the wall goes Anthony Hurd. That is going to bring out the first caution of the race. Oh man. A tough break for Anthony Hurd. He got himself into the top 5. Man. It looks like Robbie Steele is going to come back around as the leader. Dakota Bennett second, and Wyatt Floor is going to be in third. With that rear end damage, he's not going to be out of the race, but that's definitely going to knock him out of contention for the win. As the cars are going to be coming down pit road, like I said, they at least need to make one pit stop to make it to the end, because the window is about 30 laps, so this would about split the race in half. As everybody's going to be coming down pit road, there's pole sitter Wyatt Floor. As everybody pretty much makes it to their pit stall safely. And we'll also see the race off of pit road. It looks like it's going to be Robbie Steele, and oh, Daniel Voiles got a good pit stop. Robbie Steele, Wyatt Floor, Dakota Bennett, Daniel Voiles. There's her as well, as it looks like for Stead, staying in for an extended pit stop, probably to repair that right side. So as they get back lined up and we get ready to go back to green flag racing, let's take a look back and see what happened to bring out our first caution of the day here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. So there is Anthony Hurd, third car up top, in line up top, and it kind of went 3 wide, kind of bunched up, and kind of just ran each other out of room. As Anthony Hurd a pretty good lick into the outside wall. And a nice run last week at Daytona, and Rosen for Stead. Pretty close there, getting by Unfortunately, he's going to follow that top 10 up with... Probably won't be a that bad finish, but once again, definitely, like I said, definitely going to be out of contention for the win. So let's go on board with the car behind him at the time, the 43 of James Haniket. So here we are on board with James Haniket. As you can see right in front of him, they just squeeze together a little bit too much, and it just results in Anthony Hurd, unfortunately, going up and into the wall. That is a kind of tough pill to swallow for the driver, number 33. So let's go back live and we'll get this event race back going here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway at the Arris 410. We are back live at the Arris 410 at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. The pace car has pulled off of pit lane, and here we come back into the trial line. Here we go. The green flag is back out here on lap 23 here at Las Vegas. Robbie Steele got a good jump on that restart. As he's trying to drive away from the field in turn number 1. We're still single file on the backstretch as Dakota Bennett is going to be the first one to try and jump out and run and make a move. Roberto Crown Jr. and Nathan Orman appear to be going with him. Dakota Bennett going under Wyatt Floor for second. There's Roberto Crown Jr. making a power move to the inside to try and go from 5th to 3rd. Anthony Hurd and Christopher Stead actually kind of keeping up the pace, maybe just a little bit off, but they're still running pretty well. Are we still going to lead them back into turn number 1? As, oh, hard in the wall. That's the 21 of Roberto Crown Jr., Brady Wilmington, Danny Steele, Wyatt Floor. And a hard crash down the back straightaway. Wyatt Floor, Roberto Crown Jr., Danny Steele, Brady Wilmington. Looks like Taz Taylor may have got a piece of that as well. Oh, Wyatt Floor. Looking to have one of, if not the most dominant car of the day. Unfortunately. Probably going to stay in this thing, but same with Anthony Hurd, not going to be contention for the win. And Roberto Crown Jr. You gotta feel for him. This is the second week in a row. He's going to have a pretty bad accident, and this is probably going to take him out of the race completely. Oh man, that was a vicious hit into that outside wall. And got Danny Steele, pretty significant damage. Brady Wilmington got door slammed on the right side. Oh man. We're back under caution for a vicious crash in turns 1 and 2. Let's go back and see what happened. That's going to bring us under our second caution of the day here at Las Vegas. So here they are in turn number 3. They're 3 wide. And Boyles just slides up just a little bit, makes contact with the 21, and it kind of sends him up right there, as you can see, into the 0 Wyatt Floor, and a hard hit with that 21. You can see he slides down the track right here and absolutely door slams at 62 of Brady Wilmington. Hard hit that outside wall, and you can see Danny Steele absolutely nowhere to go. Right there, another pretty significant hit for Wyatt Floor. That was an absolutely vicious crash. And a heartbreaking one for these guys like Brady Wilmington, Brett O'Connor Jr., and Wyatt Floor, who all look like to be having strong runs. Unfortunately, there's nothing to show for that. Well, let's go on board with the zero car of Wyatt Floor and see what happened. So this is on board with the zero Wyatt Floor. As you can see, the 21 makes contact with him there. Sends him up the racetrack again, and Hardwick. See, a couple of guys got by there, like Verstead and Anthony Hurd. But man, once again, just a tough break for a lot of these guys that seems running well. And it's just tough to see this many cars torn up. Well, we'll go on board with the 24 of Nathan Ordman. We seem to have a pretty good view of what happened during this caution. So this is on board Nathan Ordman. There's the slide up, there's the contact, and there's where the 21 gets turned. And yeah, like I said, a tough break for a lot of these guys. The show must go on, so let's go back live, and we'll get you to the restart here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the Arris 410. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back live here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, getting ready for the restart after the second caution of the day. As here they come. We're just going to have 12 laps to go as we're back green here at Las Vegas. And a lot of cars are already jumping out of line trying to make something happen because, like I said, there's only 12 laps to go. Let's see Wyatt Floor trying to do everything he can to salvage the day. There's not enough speed left in that number 0, fortunately, with all that damage. As Dakota Bennett is going to go under Robbie Steele for the lead, and here comes Daniel Voiles and Mitchell Collins as the 48 gets it in there really deep, trying to maybe clear the 7. Doesn't quite work out. There's Nathan Ordman as well behind some of these guys on the inside. As you can see back there, Brady Wilmington is actually keeping up with the pace quite well, as well as Tash Taylor and Anthony Hurd. So they can maybe definitely salvage a good finish here. Now those guys still have a lot of speed in their race cars, as Daniel Voiles is going to go under Dakota Bennett for second. As Bennett gets a little loose on the hot outside, he's going to just barely scrape the wall off a turn 4. He should definitely be fine, as Daniel Voiles is going to clear him for second, as well as Mitchell Collins is going to pass him for third. Daniel Voiles closing to the back bumper of that number 7. Go back into 1. Daniel Voiles all over the back bumper of that number 7. Trying to find a way around him, as back there Mitchell Collins is going to go wide. Daniel Voiles still trying to find a way around Robbie Steele for the lead. as Hanikit is going to go into 4th, and Dakota Bennett is going to stay in the top 5. Behind him for 6th, we have a battle between Nathan Orman, Caleb Rose, and Taz Taylor. Looks to be entering the battle as, here we go, Daniel Voiles under Robbie Steele. This is for the lead. While these two go side by side, Mitchell Collins in 3rd trying to close. Down the back stretch, Mitchell Collins is going to tuck in behind Daniel Voiles, try to maybe give him a little bit of help. Robbie Steele still trying to... Both got a good run. Daniel Voiles is going to lead that lap, but can he clear him? He will. Oh, Steele goes wide. As Daniel Voiles is going to go to the lead with just 5 laps to go. Wyatt Floor right in front of these guys. Will they cause any problems? Oh, Voiles checks up a little bit. He got really loose as Mitchell Collins is going to go to the lead. Voiles had to check up a lot after that corner. I don't know if he got loose or had it checked up because of Wyatt Floor, but that may or may not have just cost him the win, as there's only 4 laps to go. Ooh, Voiles goes wide. He's really trying. So is Robbie Steele. Mitchell Collins just trying to cruise his way to victory lane. All he's got to do is make 3 more laps. Dakota Bennett trying to get to the inside of Robbie Steele. This is for the 3rd position, as we've only got 2 laps to go. Does Daniel Voiles have anything left for Mitchell Collins? He's trying everything he can to try and catch that number 22. As Mitchell Collins, 1 lap to go here at Las Vegas. Down the backstretch for the final time, Mitchell Collins trying to cruise to victory lane. Through 3 and 4, no mistakes. As here they come to the line, Mitchell Collins wins at Las Vegas. How about that? Mitchell Collins had a good car early, kind of fell mid-pack near the middle of the race. But all that doesn't matter. All that matters is that he was there at the end when all of this mattered. Man, congratulations to Mitchell Collins. As we see your official results here, Mitchell Collins first. Daniel Voiles comes short, unfortunately, getting 2nd, but definitely a valid effort by that team. Dakota Bennett 3rd, Robbie Steele 4th, James Hanikit 5th, rounds out your top 5. Taz Taylor 6th, Nathan Orman 7th, Caleb Rose 8th, Christopher Stead 9th, Brady Wilmington still gets a top 10. Nathan Orman 7th. Macaulay Sykes 11th, Anthony Hurt 12th, Danny Steele 13th, Wyatt Floor 14th, and running out the field, fortunately, is the 21 of Roberto Crown Jr. So, as this comes to a close here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, man, that was a great race. And once again, congratulations to Mitchell Collins. And we will see you guys next time from Papyrus Motorsports Park. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll see you guys next time.